In this episode, we explore Venice, Italy, the floating city built across more than 100 islands in the Venetian lagoon along the Adriatic Sea in northeastern Italy, a place where there are no cars, only canals, bridges, and centuries of history at every turn. We'll begin in the iconic Piazza San Marco, visit the breathtaking St. Mark's Basilica, and step inside the grand Doge's Palace, once the heart of the powerful Venetian Republic. We'll walk across the historic Rialto Bridge, explore the Grand Canal, and experience the magic of a traditional gondola ride through Venice's narrow waterways. We'll also head beyond the main island to Murano, famous for its centuries-old glassmaking tradition, and Burano, known for its vibrant, colorful houses and lace craftsmanship. From timeless architecture to unforgettable canal views, Venice is truly one of the most unique cities in the world. Join us on this journey. Nestled in the marshy Venetian lagoon, an enclosed bay of the Adriatic Sea in northeastern Italy, Venice is a city unlike any other. It is not built on land in the traditional sense, but on a group of 118 small islands, separated by canals and linked by over 400 bridges. This floating marvel is a testament to human ingenuity, a city that has defied the sea for over a millennium. You can reach Venice by air, train, or road. The nearest airport is Venice Marco Polo Airport, which is about 20 minutes from the city. Trains arrive at Venezia Santa Lucia railway station, located right on the Grand Canal. If you're driving, you can park at Tronchetto Parking or Piazza Roma, as cars are not allowed inside the historic center. Beyond this point, you'll need to continue on foot or by vaporetto. Venice was founded in the 5th century when people fleeing invasions settled on the lagoon's islands after the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Over time, these small communities grew into the powerful Republic of Venice, a major maritime trading hub linking Europe with the East. This wealth funded the grand palaces and churches seen today, and even inspired literary works like The Merchant of Venice by William Shakespeare. Venice's dominance later declined with new global trade routes, ending its independence under Napoleon in 1797. Venice is built on a series of small islands in the Venetian lagoon, supported by millions of wooden piles driven deep into the soft mud and clay beneath the water. These timber foundations, often made from alder, larch, or oak, were hammered into the ground to create a stable base, on which stone platforms and buildings were constructed. Over time, the submerged wood hardens due to the lack of oxygen, allowing Venice's iconic structures to stand for centuries above the water. We drove from the scenic shores of Lake Como to the historic city of Venice, Italy, transitioning from winding lakeside roads to a city built entirely on water. We take the exit toward the city center, and the road gradually narrows as we approach the entrance to Venice. And then we reach the Ponte della Libertà, the nearly 4-kilometer causeway that connects the mainland to Venice across the Venetian lagoon. As we drive across, there's open water on both sides, and ahead we can see the outline of Venice rising from the lagoon. The road leads directly to Piazzale Roma, the main parking and transport area at the entrance to the city. In Venice, we parked the car, turned off the engine, and gathered our bags. This was as far as vehicles are allowed to go before entering the historic center. Venice is entirely pedestrian and canal-based beyond this point. So from here on, transport shifts to walking or taking a vaporetto. Leaving the car behind marked the beginning of the true Venetian experience, where narrow lanes and waterways replace roads and traffic. From there, we walked to the Vaporetto stop and bought tickets for the next few days, since our stay was near the Arsenale di Venezia area. With our passes ready, we wait at the dock to board. Boats move steadily along the canal as we step onto the Vaporetto, officially beginning our time in Venice. A Vaporetto is Venice's public water bus, operated by ACTV, and it's the main way to get around the city. It runs along the Grand Canal and connects Venice to nearby islands like Murano and Burano. Affordable and easy to use, the Vaporetto is essentially Venice's version of a city bus, just on water. During our time in Venice, we stayed at La Casa del Mercante Veneziano, meaning the Venetian merchant's house, located near the historic Arsenale di Venezia. Our host, Savina, warmly welcomed us and made the check-in smooth and easy. She shared helpful local tips and ensured we were comfortable, adding a personal touch that made our stay in Venice even more special. This charming boutique guesthouse features traditional Venetian-style interiors with classic furnishings that reflect the city's heritage. Its location offered easy access to the Vaporetto, while being slightly removed from the busiest tourist areas, making it a comfortable and convenient base for exploring Venice. We had dinner at Navodi on Via Garibaldi in Venice. We ordered lasagna, which was hearty and well layered with rich meat sauce, along with ravioli filled with beef shank that was tender and full of flavor. For dessert, we had tiramisu, smooth, creamy, and nicely balanced with coffee and cocoa. Everything was well prepared, satisfying, and a great way to end the evening. The next morning, we woke up to a lovely garden view right outside our room, a peaceful start to the day in Venice.
Hello.
Our stay was near the historic Arsenale di Venezia, once the center of Venice's powerful naval industry, making it easy to explore the city by vaporetto. Nearby attractions like the Museo Storico Navale di Venezia and the Venice Biennale added to the cultural experience. Many of Venice's canals and landmarks were also featured in The Tourist, offering a cinematic glimpse of the city's timeless charm. After getting ready, we headed to our nearest vaporetto stop at Arsenale di Venezia and boarded a water bus to St. Mark's Square. As we cruised along the canal, passing historic buildings and bridges, the ride itself felt like a scenic introduction to the heart of Venice before stepping into one of its most iconic landmarks. Your Venetian adventure will inevitably begin and end in St. Mark's Square, the city's principal public square, once described by Napoleon Bonaparte as the drawing room of Europe. This breathtaking space is framed by architectural landmarks, most notably St. Mark's Basilica, whose opulent Italo-Byzantine facade is adorned with over 8,000 square meters of gold mosaics depicting biblical scenes. Above the entrance, you'll see the famous bronze horses, replicas of the originals brought from Constantinople. Beside the basilica stands the St. Mark's Campanile. Take the elevator to the top for panoramic views of Venice's rooftops and lagoon. For a classic Venetian experience, enjoy a coffee at the historic Café Florian, one of the oldest cafes in the world. Venice and its lagoon became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987 for their unique city built on water, rich history, and extraordinary art and architecture. UNESCO also recognizes the lagoon's fragile ecosystem and the ongoing need to protect Venice from flooding, mass tourism, and climate change. Adjacent to St. Mark's Basilica is the Doge Palace, which served as the center of Venetian political power for centuries. Its elegant Venetian Gothic facade, crafted from pink and white marble, gives the palace a light, almost floating appearance. Inside, visitors pass through grand chambers decorated by artists such as Tintoretto and Paolo Veronese, and ascend the magnificent golden staircase, or Scala d'Oro. A visit also includes crossing the famous Bridge of Sighs, which links the palace to the Prigioni Nuove. It was from these prisons that the adventurer Giacomo Casanova made his legendary escape in 1756. No trip to Venice is complete without a gondola ride. These iconic, flat-bottomed boats have been navigating the canals for over 1,000 years, expertly piloted by gondoliers who undergo rigorous training to earn their license. While it may seem like a tourist cliché, there is nothing quite like gliding through the labyrinthine network of quiet, narrow canals. From the water, you'll see hidden gardens and scenes of daily Venetian life invisible from the streets. For a truly magical experience, take a ride in the late afternoon as the sun sets, casting a golden glow over the ancient buildings. It is a peaceful, unforgettable way to connect with the soul of the city.
inside the old prices.
prison അല്ലേ?
ജനലിൻ്റെ ഇതൊക്കെ
എല്ലാം നോക്കി ഡോറൊക്കെ
നേരെ ബോട്ടിൽ കയറ്റാനോ.
ശരിയല്ലേ, എല്ലാം ചെരിഞ്ഞായിരിക്കില്ല. ഞാനാണ് ഇവിടെ ചെരിവ് നേരെയാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വേണം അങ്ങോട്ട് തിരിക്കാൻ. ഓ മൈ ഗോഡ്,
ഇവിടെ എടുത്താൽ
അതാ എവിടാ ഇരിക്കുന്നത്? കൊള്ളാം.
ഇവരെല്ലാം പണിയുന്ന ബോട്ടാണ്.
അതെ അതെ അതെ, നമ്മളന്ന് കണ്ടില്ലേ ഒരു യൂജിന്റെ.
Do people swim in the canals?
No, it's not possible.
Oh, okay.
Oye, primado! Oye! Primando! Church. And was built in the same year of the discovery of the America.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Church in the
Sagando! Palace,
Oh,
where Casanova lives for 5 years in the 1725.
okay.
But the high tide
No, high
or the
tide.
deep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The tide
The
and.
high tide is like 60 centimeters
Oh yeah. Okay.
about,
Okay.
and the deep is 2 meters.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Dippers?
2 meters.
2
So sometimes it can be really dry.
Sorry?
Sometimes you cannot take the boat here.
Yeah.
Low
Oh,
tide. Low tide.
Low
is
tide.
right, yeah.
Oh.
Oi! Remando! Palace is the Casanova, it's the Marco Polo's house. This is where Marco Polo was born in the 1254. Palace. This is where Vivaldi lives for 2 years in 1700. Goodbye to Dioca.
ആദ്യം കൊണ്ടുവന്ന് ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്യും, എന്നിട്ട് പണിയും അല്ലേ? Thank you.
While the gondola offers a romantic glimpse into Venice's past, the city's modern lifeblood is the vaporetto, the public water bus. These efficient boats ply the Grand Canal and connect the city to the outer islands. For Venetians, this is the daily commute. You'll also see sleek water taxis zipping across the lagoon and the small traghetto, which act as simple gondola ferries, crossing the Grand Canal at specific points for just a couple of euros. A great way to experience a gondola ride like a local. Venice is famous for its beautifully crafted masks, which are closely tied to the historic Carnival of Venice. Traditionally worn during the annual festival, these ornate masks allowed people to hide their identities and social status, creating a sense of mystery and freedom. These are the masks we bought from Venice, inspired by traditional characters from the Carnival of Venice. From the full-face Bauta and elegant Colombina to the historic Plague Doctor, simple white Volto, and mysterious black Moretta, each mask reflects the anonymity, drama, and artistry that define Venice's theatrical carnival spirit. Today, they remain a symbol of Venetian culture, with many handmade masks available in local artisan shops across the city. the heart of the Grand Canal is the Rialto Bridge, the oldest and most famous of the 4 bridges spanning the Grand Waterway. This elegant stone arch, lined with shops, has been a bustling hub of commerce for centuries. Just beyond it, dive into the sensory experience of the Rialto market. Listen to the calls of the vendors, breathe in the salty air of the fish market, and marvel at the colors of the vegetable market. It's a fantastic place to experience local life, see where Venetians have shopped for centuries, and maybe grab some fresh fruit for a snack. If you're looking for authentic gelato in Venice, it's best to skip the brightly colored tourist displays and head to traditional gelaterie artigianali. Galanetto, artisanal gelateria, since 1985 known for using natural ingredients and serving freshly made, creamy flavors. Real gelato usually has subtle, natural colors and is stored in covered metal tins rather than piled high, making it a must-try part of Venice's local food experience. Venice has free public drinking water fountains called Nasoni throughout the city. The water is clean, safe to drink, and perfect for refilling your bottle while exploring. Venice's food culture isn't complete without trying cicchetti and a classic spritz. Cicchetti are small Venetian-style tapas, bite-sized snacks like seafood, cured meats, cheeses, or bruschetta, served in traditional Baccari, local wine bars. They're usually enjoyed standing at the counter, paired with a refreshing Aperol or select spritz, making it a perfect way to experience the city's casual social dining tradition, just like the locals do. For art lovers, Venice is a treasure trove. The Gallery dell'Accademia houses masterpieces by Titian, Tintoretto, and Veronese, while the Peggy Guggenheim collection, set in her former Grand Canal home, showcases an impressive range of modern art from Cubism to abstract expressionism. For dinner at La Nuova Perla Venezia, we enjoyed tomato bruschetta, lasagna bolognese, traditional Venetian-style liver with polenta, and a tender veal fillet in truffle cream sauce. The meal ended perfectly with a complimentary limoncello. To see a different side of Venice, take a vaporetto across the lagoon to nearby islands. Murano for its famous glassmaking, Burano for its colorful houses and lacework, and Torcello for a quieter glimpse of history. In our next episode, The Magic of Venice, we'll continue exploring Murano and Burano, so stay tuned for the next part of our journey. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share it with others. And don't forget to subscribe for more travel stories along the way.